Hi, it's Iron's world. It is what it is, and I wonder what it's like in your world. But in my world today, we're talking about the unspoken beliefs. Now, when you mention the word beliefs, the first thing that comes to many people's mind, it's all about a religious denomination, a religion that one is affiliated to. But beliefs are simply a set of facts that someone has chosen to believe as their truth. And remember, anything and everything that you're going to experience in this life of objectivity, manifestation as experience, life circumstance, is a result of those set of facts that you have believed to be your truth. Each one of us right now has something that they believe as true, and hence it's playing out as what we're calling as life experience, life circumstance, and whatever is going on in your life right now. I have seen certain four major areas where things tend to keep replaying themselves and you wonder, I've done everything. And it's probably because of those unspoken beliefs that could have been schooled to you and are silently working unconsciously in your subconscious. Things you may have been taught as you grew up in a child, it be from a home environment, from relatives, from the education, schooling system that you attended to, even now, whatever environment you're interacting, if you're a working person, there are silent things that are spoken over and over again in those various sets of community in society that also hold their certain beliefs. And the four areas I'm going to zero in are money, ability, enemies, and relationships. Those four major areas tend to have cycles that repeat themselves. For instance, let us look at money. You may have been well schooled, financially literate, but now you tend to find certain patterns repeating in your life. You make the big money, it comes, and the same way it has come, the same way it flows out without you having to keep a penny, and you keep repeating the cycle. Why? When you sit down and probably zoom into that unspoken belief, you're going to find that somewhere along the line, maybe in school or in family setup or work setup, there was a belief that was schooled to you that money is a visitor, it comes and goes, use it while it comes, sometimes it's here, sometimes it's not. And that itself is going to magnetize a certain circumstance that rhymes with that unspoken belief in you. And until you zero in it and remove it, that's how your lifestyle on money is going to flow, no matter how well financially schooled you have been. Remember, life here is all about what you believe, whether you consciously know it or not. Let's look at the issue of ability. So you have this dream, you have this passion, but you find challenges that come to you kind of blocking the ability that deep inside you know you have. Probably you need to look at what was told you while you were at school. You know, when teachers are grading, they tend to put down children. I don't like that approach. Or even your parents or relatives, those who are close to you, a mother or father who said, this child will come to nothing. A class teacher who said, look at her marks at math. She's never going to go anywhere. And you wonder why whenever you have a dream or a passion or something you know you have the ability to do and it stands before you, you shrink from it because of some unspoken belief in you that says you never can do it, you'll amount to nothing. Let's look at relationships. I'll take the issue of probably intimate relationships. And this will normally be schooled in areas of family, relatives, traditions, cultures. Probably you were schooled in a family where there's parents who carried on this story from great-great-parents. Oh, you'll amount to nothing. You're like your grandfather. He was a drunkard. He was a drunkard. He was a drunkard. You're also going to be a drunkard. Guess what? They have just set a belief in your subconscious, and now you're an adult and you wonder why you're behaving the way you are. And even when you're trying to get into relationships, it's because way back they schooled that belief in you that drunkard will never get married. So until you shine the light and remove that unknown belief, you find yourself attracting that circumstance to you, because whatever you believe, knowingly or unknowingly, you draw to yourself. And finally, the issue of enemies. Yes, I'll talk about enemies because some of you get to this place where you realize, why is everybody hostile to me? Maybe it's about how you have perceived them, the conversations you've had behind their backs, the gossips that you have about people. You've never even met this person, but a story gets to you and it will form a belief in your mind that such and such a person is mean, such and such a person is a womanizer, such and such a person. And then this is the person who's supposed to help make your business deal go forward, and you wonder why they respond to you with a lot of animosity, because that's what you imagine them to be, and whatever you believe them to be, that's what they shall be to you. Now, here are some things you can do to help you to zero in on those unknown beliefs. Be still and know that you are God. Simple as that. Now, going to the stillness is never easy. Be still and know that you have nothing to do with the circumstances, experiences that you've had in life so far. Go back to the original default, which is I am, which is pure, which is love, and look at all those things you've believed so that they may melt away. They are just things. Another thing you can do is every time you behold that unspoken belief which has been causing you a pain in the tutu, behold and make it new, because you as I am, whatever you behold in a new light that everything is good, is perfect, is good, see it the way it should be, fixed and not broken, positive and not negative, it will then become your new belief and change the experiences you have in life. Relationships, this is what I use. Be quick to listen, slow to anger, and slow to answer. You know, someone brings you and use that as your filter so that whatever shall come forth from your mouth will not tear down another, and hence you keep those frequencies between you and that person they've spoken about negatively positive. And another one I am now lately using so much, let your yes be yes and your no be no. You know, when you're not so clear where you stand concerning decisions and your relationship with someone and you leave a gray area, you're giving fertile ground for placing things that will cause you eventually to be enemies. So I wonder what unspoken beliefs you have. Only you can find them. Go and look out in at least those 4 categories. If it's an issue of money, if you're repeating a pattern, relationships, enemies, and ability, will shine the light on and you know what to do. Behold and make all things new. In Irene's world, it is what it is.